Okay, I did a bit more work on my regulator, and as you can see I've now made it up on this nice little bit of turret board. But just been playing around, and Bafgirl's been doing some washing and had a wee bit of a situation. It seems we ran these transistors too hard and too long, and I don't think I've blown them, but see these emitter resistors here? Just made out of bits of 46 gauge guitar string, the E string off a guitar, because they're steel, so they make quite a good low value resistor. But they have got so hot that they've, oh yeah, she's still alive, that they've actually welded, well, not welded, they've actually disconnected themselves from the emitters of those power transistors, which was kind of a deliberate design. I made it this way so that they would actually act as sort of safety devices in that sense. And I thought, well, if they get that hot, they'll just melt the solder, and because they're spring steel, spring off, and well, they have. It's debatable whether they saved the transistors or not, in the sense that I don't think the transistors really needed saving. So I might actually upgrade them to the heavier gauge guitar string. And I'm also going to do something about having this box ventilated a bit better too. So that's probably what I'll do now. I was going to do that later, but it's become a now thing now, hasn't it? Okay, it's the end of another day working with my new regulator. In fact, it's definitely the end of the solar day. The rain has set in, so I can't even show anything about it now because the voltage sensitive relay here has kicked in and taken over. So all I can do is tell a bit about what I've done today. As you can see, the power transistors here, I ended up resoldering those little emitter resistors made from guitar string. I was hoping to replace them with a heavier gauge guitar string, like a low B, like what you'd use for death metal. I've got a guitar strung like that, but unfortunately it didn't have enough spare string hanging off the top to do all 5 of them, so I'd have to wait till I actually break a string. So I've just resoldered the existing ones, but I've changed the arrangement of the casing here. I've got rid of that front panel which wasn't making good thermal conductivity anyway, and put this mesh, and now the fan just blows straight into the case. So now it's actually directly cooling the emitter resistors as well as the rest of the case, so I think it's a far better arrangement, and time will tell. With the regulator itself, I've upgraded now to an extra driver transistor here. This is a power transistor, another 2N, was it 3773? Let's have a look. 3773, yep. Completely and utterly overkill, especially with heatsink. This is just a test one I have lying around. A small power transistor like a Pt2 or even probably a BD139 would probably be more than adequate for this role, which is probably what I'll install on the board. So this is basically a Darlington arrangement. This transistor drives the main ones now, and this regulator board just drives this transistor, which means that this resistor here had to be increased, and I've got an increased one hanging up here. This is 47 ohms. Still liking a bit of drive current there just to keep everything solid, but this does not have to be a 5 watt resistor anymore. That's a joke size now. A quarter watt resistor should be more than enough, but I'd ideally like to do it with a 1 watt just to stay on the side of, you know, keeping it heavy duty. So it's basically the end of the solar day, so I'll probably take this stuff apart again and make the changes to this board, so the next time you see this, it'll have a transistor taking over this one on the board, and less clip leads and the resistor changes and whatnot. So that's about what we've got so far, but it's coming along quite well. Oh, incidentally, the reason why I had to go for this extra driver transistor was everything was working fine until Baffy decided to turn on the washing machine, which is run off this inverter here. And what I was noticing is that the voltage sensitive relay kept on kicking in and out because this wasn't letting quite enough current through from the solar panels to run it directly, so it was using some power from the battery when normally it doesn't on a sunny day. And the reason why was these pass transistors weren't turned on hard enough because this resistor here wasn't allowing them to be. So it really needed something that was more dynamic. It needed like a transistor to turn them on so that, you know, its resistance can go to near zero when it needs to, and that's what this will do. So that's basically why that's there. Simple as that, really. So I'll turn this off now and go and make some changes.